Hey guys, sorry for the car video that's kind of wobbly, but shit is getting really intense because I'm taking 4 classes this fall and still working 20 hours a week and still teaching 3 yoga classes a week. So to try to keep up with my book videos, I'm just having to grab like a second wherever I can. So welcome to my What I Read in August video, as I just finished reading Armada by Ernest Cline, and it's a library book, so I need to return it today after work, so I'm just taking this quick video so I can show you. This is the same guy who wrote Ready Player One, a book I highly recommend. I think I talked about it. Oh, I might have read it last year. But anyways, this is his latest book, and I have to say it's so not as good as Ready Player One. It's not a follow-up, but it's super similar, but it's just not as good. Ready Player One was really unique and inventive and creative and thorough. Like, I really felt like he dove deep into his characters and the plot. And this, like, even though it was long, I think 330 pages, it should have been longer. Like when I got 150 pages in, I just felt like nothing's happened and I don't know these characters that well. So I don't even know what happened towards the beginning. But by then I was like almost halfway through, so I was like, fuck it. Sorry if you don't like swearing. I'll just keep reading it anyways and finish it because I already had it. And I finished it, and like it did pull me in enough to finish it, and the writing is really good actually. Like I like his writing style. I think that's why he kept me through 330 pages even though I didn't really like the book, because he's a good writer. But I don't know, it was just so derivative. Like, he references so many pop culture things, which he also does in Ready Player One, but then he like uses them in new and interesting ways, and in this I just felt like he was copying a lot of things, and he kept acknowledging that he was copying the things. It's kind of hard to explain without giving it away, but I don't know, I just didn't think it was that good. I wouldn't actually really recommend this book unless you love video games and playing video games like fighting games or alien games. Then I'd still recommend this book. Otherwise, just skip this one and read Ready Player One. Hey everyone, so I know I just said that I was really busy this month, which I am, but part of that reason is that I'm in school and I'm taking a full load this semester plus still working, and I've already read 600 pages for my classes and it's only been 2 weeks. So that includes 2 books that I wanted to share with you. The first is Living a Feminist Life by Sara, Ahmed, and this book is awesome. Highly, highly, highly recommend. I'd give it like 4.5 stars out of 5. You can kind of see I have highlighted all throughout this book. She's a feminist theorist, and this is a feminist theory book, so it's definitely dense, but it's not too bad. I would say it's still kind of approachable for the regular person, but it's not that she uses like jargon or anything, it's just that it's very, very theoretical, but then she does ground it back into like the experience, like the lived experience as well. I really like it. She wrote this after she resigned from her faculty position in protest of the way that a university was not dealing with sexual assault and harassment issues, I believe. And anyways, her writing is just beautiful. She writes really poetically, and just her ideas are really awesome. And she put into words some things that are really difficult for me to convey that I've experienced. So I'd recommend this for anyone who's interested in feminist studies, queer studies, gender studies, all that kind of stuff. A little bit of a less good book that I wouldn't really recommend is New Museums and the Making of Culture by Kyley Message. And you'll see I also did highlight throughout this book, but that's more for like my class use. I mean, she did have some really cool and interesting ideas, but her writing is like the opposite of what I just said about the first book. Her Kyley Message, this read like a dissertation, but it like only the first chapter came out of her real dissertation, but the whole thing read like a dissertation. It was so terrible to read. By the end, I got more used to it. But it's 200 pages, so it wasn't until, like, I don't know, I had 40 pages left that I was like, all right, I guess I'm so used to her, like, really difficult to get through writing style that I can now get through it. But I just wouldn't recommend this for anyone unless you're studying museology, in which case I would recommend it. She talks about, like, new museums and, like, postmodernism versus modernism, and, like, people who say they're postmodern, but, like, are they really? So it's interesting. If you really like postmodernism, maybe you'd want to read this. But again, I wouldn't really recommend this just for the regular person. It's definitely an academic book. Switching gears completely, I read All About Love, New Visions by Bell Hooks. This is my first Bell Hooks book that I've read. And I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I would because I feel like Bell Hooks is so well known. I definitely underlined a bunch of stuff, and I'll be holding on to this book because I want to remember some of the things that she said. And I really like her idea about love, which is basically that, like, the way we think about love is just all wrong. And she covers, like, romantic love, losing love, childhood love, family love, community love, like everything. I really, really like her approach, but I think that the reason I didn't love this book is that it's a little bit too like free form for me. I like when people are poetic and just like, you know, don't get bogged down by like the details or footnotes and stuff or citations the way that someone like Kyley Message did. But however, this is a little bit swinging too far in the opposite direction for me. And although the chapters were kind of, I guess, like the framework that she used to lead you through the progression of her thinking, at the same time, I would have just really liked a little bit more structure, I guess, a little bit more behind like the origin of where she got these ideas. I think she has really cool ideas, but it was just like, here's ideas that I have. And I just didn't feel like she had any sort of like, I don't know, anything to substantiate those ideas, or like she sometimes would quote other writers. So I think that that's, you know, where she was, what she was reading to get some ideas. But again, I don't know. It was just a little bit too like, I don't know if this follows what I just said, but it almost kind of reminded me of Deepak Chopra a little bit, where it's like, cool, like, I guess this is a good idea that you had, but like, how did you come to this idea? So that's that book. And lastly, to end with a book I really didn't like, Goodbye Vitamin. This is a novel by Rachel Khong, and she used to edit for Lucky Peach magazine, which is an awesome food magazine. So I really wanted to like this book because I wanted to like her writing, but I just really did not like it. It totally reminded me of Chemistry by Weike Wang, which I've already talked about. I'll put a link here to that video. And Chemistry worked. This like seriously reminds me so much of Chemistry. Even the way the book looks, like it's yellow, and the length is almost exactly the same. The size, the feel of it is almost exactly the same. The woman looks like really similar to Weike Wang as well. Like she has like writing degrees from like nice universities like Weike Wang as well. And her writing style is exactly like Weike Wang, which I don't know if you can see, but it's like these just short like stream of consciousness chapters. And here they're dated, which in Weike Wang's one, they didn't even have like any delineation, like no chapters, no dates, anything. And this is more like almost, I guess, like a journal entry, like with dates. But I don't know, it just doesn't work for Rachel Khong, in my opinion. You just don't care about the characters. You don't get that depth. I don't know how to describe it. I just only read like, let's see, 40 pages maybe out of, it's not even 200 pages long. And I was like, I can't even finish this. I just don't like it. And it takes a lot for me to decide to stop reading a book, especially like a really easy to read short one. So I don't know, I just wouldn't recommend this book. I'll be curious to know if any of you liked it. If you really loved Chemistry, I'd say maybe if you can't find anything else like it, maybe try this. But again, it just like doesn't work in the same way that Chemistry does for some reason. So that's all for now. Maybe I'll finish some more by the end. Oh no, wait, oh my God, August is over. Okay, this is the August video. I will see you again at the end of this month. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know if you've read these books and what you think. And thanks for watching. Bye.